The year is 1914, and the Balkans War started. Actually, now it's ended, and now it's not 1913, and instead, it's 1914. There we go. And in 1914, after the Balkans War, a dude from Serbia decided to kill a dude from the Austrian throne from Austria-Hungary. That angered Austria-Hungary because it was their best throne, so they declared war on Serbia. What's worst happened is that Russia and Serbia are big buddies, and Russia's a friends with France. Get? Because they're both friends, and France sounds similar. And Germany wants to go in because there are big butts with Austria-Hungary. Another big butt from Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, looked like a big dinosaur. And there's also colonies in Germany and the United States. Yeah. The United States just went is giving ammo for so Germany decided to be like having a plan to invade France and then Russia and then taking over the world with Austria-Hungary and Ottoman Empire. Just one problem. You see these dots over there? That's right. These dots were actually the shields, the borders from France. They didn't want to fight them, so they decided to go through Luxembourg and Belgium. The Belgians actually fought really well, but from years on, they died. The only spot for them to survive is over here. Then boom, hold on, there we go, boom. So then there's a big bad thingy. Big bad trench warfare, yeah. The British actually had been friends with Belgium, so they decided to declare war on Germany. Yeah, both sides on, and also this happens. Russia decided to be like, hey, I'm gonna kick your butt, and Austria-Hungary would be like, no, I'm gonna kick your butt. But then, well, no, that didn't happen. So Germany had to send some of their soldiers, and both of them fought. Each other, but since this was a big warfare, of course, Austria-Hungary also got their butt kicked by little tiny Serbia, who wasn't tiny at all, and was big and bad butt. And during the war, German colonies surrendered, because of course they were colonies, and they weren't strong enough, and colonies weren't strong enough except for some strong colonies, so when they both got them, that's right. And Japan, sometimes, they also got the German colonies, from German colony islands, and United States really felt bad for Belgium, so they made books and, like this. And also, Australia attacked the Germans, colony island sometimes, and boom, there we go. That was World War I. Explaining, yeah. Actually, fun fact, during World War I, the Russian Revolution happened, and since Russia had to fight themselves, meaning the Russia versus Russia, so that means boom, 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 boom. But that made an idea. Also, one more thing. There. Lenin was in Switzerland, but when the Germans decided to take him to Russia, then boom, communist Russia. It only felt like that moment until boom, 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 boom. They got everywhere, and then after that, boom, 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 boom. Yep, there it is. The Ottoman Empire has actually got their butts kicked too, so they blamed Armenia for this. So yeah, they actually killed some Armenian peoples, I think. And then they got their butts kicked by Russia, of course. And then again, butts kicked over there, but they got them good. Then got them good, but not that well. Then good. And also, since Germany was pushing to Russia, then they had a big thingy over here. Boom, there. Boom, there. This is a Duchy of Warsaw. And Duchy of Warsaw happened over here. This is Duchy of Warsaw. So yeah. not New Zealand, because of course, how? Because yeah, in Duchy of Warsaw, that happened. And then after that, the U.S. decided to declare war because the Germans decided to fire some ships. Yes, ships, American ships. So when they fired the American ships, the Americans decided to be like, no, I wouldn't do that. But, actually, one more thing. Remember Mexico? Yeah, that's right, Mexico. Well, yeah, guess what Germany wanted to? Germany decided to send them a big letter saying this. Hold on. This. He decided to send the letters. Hey, can you please... Sending letters that... Letters, decided to have a letter to Mexico, and since Mexico was a little unhappy with, well, their some of them stuff being stole from the U.S., mostly Texas and New Mexico, then of course they had to beat boom boom boom. Then of course they decided to give them a letter. But the thing is that the British got them, and then they had to give the letter to the U.S. So there we go. The Mexicans did not know that the Germans gave them the letter until the U.S. showed them the letter, and they decided to, instead of invading Mexico, because they did not do anything yet, because they did not attack them, they decided to declare war on Germany. So guess what? The Ottoman Empire collapsed. So did Austria-Hungary, and so did Germany at November 11. Yeah. So this was World War I. Yeah. Right. Alright, that was World War I, and I hopefully hope that I will not make a World War II version. Goodbye.